Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. We're back at it post-Christmas. Yes. Hopefully everyone had a great Christmas. And I should say, happy belated Christmas. By the way, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, happy everything that you celebrate. I don't care if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and if you celebrate nothing, happy nothing. But seriously, happy holidays. Hopefully everyone has some great time with family, with friends. I love this time of year. I really do. I wanted to give a quick shout out though for my merch. So again, I launched my new merch. It's about like a month ago. I know a lot of my different patrons and subscribers. Some people have bought some different merch. So if you're interested in checking out some of my merch, just go ahead and check it out over on my website, TheBourbonJudge.com, or you can also click the link in today's episode as well. But really excited for the new merchandise. So this time of year, I love this time of year as a whole. I mean, there's nothing like hanging out with family, with friends, with loved ones. I mean, it's special to me. It really is. And I also love this time of year because I start to reflect on the current year and thinking back, what will be my top 10 whiskeys for the year? Hence the reason why we have today's episode. I went through and I'm almost pretty much done with my top 10. I'm pretty much done. That's gonna be a separate episode. But for today's episode, I'm gonna give you 5, no asterisk today, just 5 whiskeys. They didn't make the cut. Now again, these were close. These were great whiskeys. I really thoroughly enjoyed them, but they did not make the top 10. So great whiskeys, but not top 10 worthy. So obviously I enjoy these whiskeys. I really enjoy them a lot, honestly. Hence the reason why they were even in the running as a whole, but they just missed a little something. So I'm gonna give you 5. These 5, by the way, are not in order. Just giving you 5 when I was kind of going through and looking at the ones that I reviewed or I even tried in 2024. I was like, I really enjoyed that, but it was not top 10 worthy. Cool? All right. So again, not in order of preference, just the 5 that just missed the cut. Number 1. All right. Number 1. Woo, boy. Number 1 comes from a brand that many of us actually do enjoy. I enjoy this brand as well. I think their whiskey is great. The brand, they are blending their own whiskey, so they don't distill their own, but they blend. And most of their blends have always been, in their different batches, have always been top notch. This one too, excellent quality, and I mean excellent. But just missed a little je ne sais quoi. I would say of all their batches, this is probably the one where I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed some of their earlier batches probably a little bit more. Hence the reason why I didn't make the cut. So number 1, this comes from our good friends over at K-Luke. This is K-Luke Batch 9 of the blended straight bourbon whiskeys, high rye, low rye blend. Batch 9, great, and I mean a great bottle of whiskey. Really enjoy K-Luke as a whole. Again, this is definitely up there, just not in the top 10, but great whiskey as a whole. Check out Jonathan Maizano for anything from K-Luke. It's always gonna be a buy. I mean, everything I've had from him, I've never had anything that's been bad. Always a buy. This one just didn't quite hit the top 10. But excellent whiskey. So that was batch 9 of the high rye, low rye blend from K-Luke. Number 1. All right, Judge, what is number 2 and why? Number 2 and why? All right, number 2 comes from a brand. A lot of people love this brand, and I actually like their whiskey as well. I thought the price was a little bit extreme. To me, it probably should have been closer to around like $115, maybe $110. A little pricey, but the whiskey is very, very good. But number 2 on my list. Woo! Little Book, The Infinite. Yes, Little Book, The Infinite. Great whiskey. I'm a big fan of Little Book, Booker's, everything, Jim Beam related. Great whiskey, a little bit overpriced, but even like the quality of the whiskey, it was definitely there. Didn't match the price point, but take away the price, it still was missing just something just to make it extremely special. But Little Book Infinite, number 2 on my list. Great bottle of whiskey, but not top 10 worthy. Not top 10. All right. Judge, what is number 3 and why? Before we get to number 3 quick easy favors though. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what are some of the whiskeys, in your opinion, that would not make your own top 10 list. And last but not least, please make sure you all subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Cheers. And again, happy belated Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa and happy Hanukkah. Wow. Delicious. I'm actually sipping number 3. Number 3 comes from a brand that is near and dear to my heart. And I mean near and dear to my heart. I'm sipping number 3. Great whiskey. I'll tell you the reason why it didn't make the top 10. But number 3 comes from my good friends over at Woodinville. This is the Woodinville aged 8 years. This one, I think they did a phenomenal job. Woodinville, they always, and I mean always, make excellent quality whiskey. I love this one, coming in at exactly 100 proof. It's nice and clean. It's crisp. It's sweet. It's everything that Woodinville stands for. Top quality whiskey. Just missed a little something. It was the finish of the whiskey. It was great. It definitely deserved the buyer status, right? The finish is good. Just wasn't extremely memorable, right? For something to be in my top 10, it has to be extremely memorable. And so I felt like this one was just, the finish on it was definitely good, just not extremely memorable. But a great quality whiskey, neither here nor there. Cool? All right, that is number 3. But it is pretty damn good, though, I can't lie. Cheers. Ooh. Even the nose on that is really good. Just bringing it in. Nice job, though, Woodinville. Nice job. Again, these are all obviously buys, like I said. Number 4. Oh, man. Number 4 comes from a brand that all of us love. And I mean all of us love. I had to go back for this one. So this one came out right in the beginning of the year. And I definitely enjoyed it. There was a lot of hype about this bottle. And I felt that it was definitely better than most of their everyday expressions. But it wasn't still top 10 worthy. For something to be top 10, it has to be like extremely memorable. So number 4 on my list. You may or may not agree with this one. Old Forester 1924. I think it's an excellent quality whiskey. Just, is it top 10 worthy? Honestly, not really. It really isn't. Great quality whiskey, right? Nothing, no issues with Old Forester as a whole. I love Old Forester like everyone else out there. I love all the different expressions, 1910, 1920, and the list goes on. I love this 1924, but was it top 10 worthy? Not really. It really wasn't. It wasn't that much more memorable than like some of their other releases. To be honest with you, it really wasn't. All right. The last one on the list. Ooh. Can we get a little drum roll? All right. The last one on the list just came out a few months ago. It too was a buy. To me, it didn't crack the top 10 because I like this version, but I like the original version better. And even though I like the original one better, this one still, it was very good. Hey, I bought a bottle of it, right? I mean, so I had a free sample, that they sent me. I did a review. It was a buy. It's still a buy, but is it top 10 worthy? I wouldn't go there. So, number 5 on the list, Jack Daniels Coy Hill, the 2024 release. Great whiskey. I have all the respect in the world for Jack Daniels. I love what Jack Daniels puts out there. But in my humble opinion, the 2024 Jack Daniels is very good. But, and here's a big but, I have had some regular just Jack Daniels single barrel Tennessee whiskey that's obviously barrel proof and so forth, right? Cask strength, that are amazing. Equally, if not better, than the 2024 Coy Hill. So I couldn't put this in my top 10 because it wasn't that memorable, and I've had some other single barrels that I even still have open right now that I did blind compared to I had the sample before. I used the sample that I had compared to like some of the other single barrels that I had from Jack Daniels, and the single barrels won 3 out of 3 times. So it's not that memorable if I can't distinguish it in a blind. It really isn't, honestly. But great quality whiskey, and if you can get it at MSRP, which I was able to get it at MSRP, absolutely it's a buy. Phenomenal. All right, my friends, hey, as you say in this courtroom, peace, cheers, most important, salute, and be on the lookout right in the beginning of the year. I will put out my top 10 of 2024 list. Cheers. Take care.